Hi.
Hello, Rose.
Well, I was going to introduce myself. I'm
Oh,
Rose.
I'm Manny.
And this is Left on Repeat.
This is our first attempt at it. Well, second attempt at a podcast or recording a podcast.
Yeah.
Our first one was filmed in a drunken stupor. I would say it was pretty fun though.
Yeah.
Whenever we're talking about the When We Were Young 2025 lineup and how stoked we were for it, and it happened to be amazing.
Yeah, we're just talking about the bands that we were looking forward to seeing. Just the lineup in general, actually. We're just talking about going through every band.
Did we rank them? No, we didn't rank them. No, we just talked about every. Yeah, we talked about every band.
Every band. We just talked about the lineup, essentially. But this is part of the Broken Hearts Company. Just something that I started. Originally, it was just going to be like my photography. Like I was looking to do like a side hustle, something that I enjoy doing because I do photography for my day job, but it's more like commercial, on the commercial side of things, and it just kind of wasn't fulfilling. So I kind of started the Broken Hearts Company as a way to kind of like get out of that routine and actually do things that I focus on projects that I actually wanted to do. It's mostly been just like going to local music shows, recording, and
any local events.
Recording
really.
and taking photos. It's really just started with photos, and I would just upload to the Broken Hearts Instagram account. Since then, like Manny's kind of hopped on, and we've kind of created a more cohesive picture of what we want.
An idea, a better. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. But yeah, it's been fun learning about how to do certain things or how to or we sit here for 5 minutes before we turn on the camera, like, what the fuck are we going to talk about today, or what are we going to talk about right now? It's like, I don't want to introduce myself, but it's all trial and error. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to get to do it with my wife, my lovely wife here, and I don't know. I can't wait until our ideas go from fucking
just dreams,
paper to reality. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make, wherever we are, if we're here or move to a different city, we're trying to make local huge. We're trying to make it, the local scene better. Not that it would be bad, but we're just trying to get back to any community that we can, whether it's supporting local artists, supporting local music, doing community food drives, doing community fundraisers. All that is what we want to focus on.
Yeah. We come from a small town. It's rapidly getting bigger, but I think that kind of gives us a deeper appreciation for what it means to be part of a community and to support it, because I feel like with the state of things nowadays, like, a lot of fucking mom and pop shops are closing up because major corporations are taking over.
Capitalism, baby. Capitalism.
And so, like, I feel like now more than ever has become more important to show up for your local businesses and artists.
Yeah, especially too, like, just even the people that you can help, because you get, in today's climate, you get the weak and the poor stepped on by not even mostly the rich and powerful, but by those who love the rich and powerful, by those who support these businesses just clearing house of their fucking employees and going with AI business models, or oh, we can do all this shit with AI. So there's no sense of community in any aspect of, of what's going on nowadays. And that's kind of what we want to bring back. We want it to be very personal. We want to be involved in everything that we do. That every plan that we have, we want to be involved. We want to have a bar and venue in the future in Phoenix, Arizona. So we're working our way up to that, and like we want to be involved. We want to be back behind the bar. We want to be washing dishes if we have to. We want to make essentially a space where people want to go to work that doesn't feel like work. That feels like they have part ownership of the company, that whatever they put into it, they receive. It's not just a fucking paycheck. It's not just a pizza party for doing a good job. You know, it's a lot more than that. I need another coffee.
Another coffee.
Yeah.
And I guess a little to our individual backgrounds. I would say we're both emo kids at heart. I think it started out for Manny way before it started out for me.
And in age-wise, yeah. It was like 2004 for me. I'm old. I'm 31. She's older. But yeah, at 2004 I was 10. So yeah, 10. I think that's the first time. I mean, I've always been brought up with like hard rock. This like my dad's favorite band is Kiss, so he brought me up with Kiss, Metallica, Slayer, fucking Pantera, just all these from 70s rock and roll to 90s new metal and everything between. Fucking, I gravitated towards rock and not like my friends when I was younger, like hip hop or pop music. Although one of my favorite bands when I was younger was NSYNC. Then I quickly got off of that. But yeah, about 2004, the first time I heard The Used, I fell in love. And, I go through my waves of emo to like screamo or deathcore or, death metal, doom metal, shoegazy. It all comes back to emo. It all comes back to like essentially mall emo, early 2000s. My Cam, Fall Out Boy, Panic, The Used, Taking Back Sunday, just early 2000s shit. But yeah, that's how I started off, and I was about 10 years old.
For me, well, I grew up in even a smaller town than what we're than we're in now. And it was a lot of like hip hop and rap music. Got the Chicano rap stuff going on. So I didn't really get to listen to, the classics now. Back then. I know we're getting to that age, babe. So, oh man. So I listened to a lot of like pop music, reggaeton, banda. Like my music library back in the day, like was very diverse, very diverse. And it wasn't until I got to like middle school, I want to say, like sixth grade.
No, 2005.
Mm-hmm.
This was a year after here.
Yeah. It wasn't until like sixth grade that, I went to a bigger school at that point. Because the elementary school that I went to was relatively small. Like, there was only like maybe two of each grade, like two classrooms of each grade, and it was like, you know, kinder through fifth grade. So it was a relatively small school, and then our middle school was bigger. It incorporated like 3 or 4 different elementary schools that were near it. But it was not a big enough town that there was a high school. So that's when I started listening to more music down the genre that I do listen to now. And I would say like my first favorite band was Green Day. Freaking American Idiot was everywhere at that time. And I feel like music didn't travel as fast as it does nowadays, like with the internet.
Like you had to hear it on the radio or on MTV
Or MTV, yeah.
or Fuse or whatever it was.
Because I want to say, like, yeah, this was probably like 2005, but I don't think that's the year that it came out. I think it was.
I think it came out 2003. Maybe, possibly. My phone's dead, so don't ask.
But yeah, there was a lot of Good Charlotte. Simple Plan. So like that's kind of where I got my roots. I really like found
2004.
yeah, and this is like 2005. I would say even like when I was in 7th grade, because in 7th grade that's where I was like a Green Day fan, and I was listening to their stuff. Well, whatever was available to me at the time, because you know the internet was not really easily accessible. Like nobody really had it at home unless they had dial-up, and not a lot of people had that at the time. So I was just like listening to like my friends' MP3 players.
Order for Chris.
That's how I was getting my music, just like sharing like the Apple.
Oh, the old.
Oh, do you remember the gummy?
Yeah.
The colored.
The skull candy.
No, they were JVC, I think. They're like the Walmart, you know, lower tier brand, I would say. Like the headphones were like super cheap. Like I remember like I would lose one, I didn't give a crap, go the next day or whatever, buy another one. And they came in different colors. And they had like a silicone like coating to them. Like they were like soft touch, kind of like.
Yeah.
Everyone had them. I want to say like everyone had them.
Early 2000s and their fucking and their
Sorry about the mess, guys.
No, you're
A
good.
little wild there for a split second.
Oh yeah. I would say early 2000s and their everyone's obsession with multicolored shit or translucent or transparent shit, like the old
The jelly sandals and.
oh, these that would make your feet smell.
Yeah.
I hated those. Well, I never wore them, but I mean, my sister did. You know, she's a child.
But yeah, so like you know, where I was at, like it was not easy for me to have access to like all the great music that was coming out during that time. Because even at home, I did not have MTV. I didn't have cable. I didn't have satellite. All I had is a good old-fashioned antenna.
Good old days.
The good old days, I guess. Like, I mean, I had like Univision, Fox, NBC, CBS, and Canal 5. That's pretty much what I grew up. That was my source of entertainment on TV, and I watched a lot of TV. Like considering that the selection was so minimal, but also Blockbuster was a thing, and I remember frequently going to Blockbuster Video with my family, picking a couple movies, taking it home, and just watching them multiple times before we had to return them.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the best bang for your buck. It's like I'll rent 5 movies for $3, please. Like damn, you can't even do that now on Amazon Prime. So how did you find your favorite emo band?
I feel like, of course, you have to do this to me. So in high school, um, my mom and my stepdad had gone together, and we're all living on the same house, under the same roof. I'm just no, we were all living together. And I guess he was accustomed to having either cable or satellite or something for TV, so we ended up getting Dish Network. I haven't heard that in so long, like Dish Network. So, which was satellite television. For those of you that may not know what Dish Network was.
Everybody knows what Dish Network is.
I don't know, babe. These
It's
young
not
ones.
like you. It's not like you said, "Oh yeah, we had Adelphia."
But yeah, we got Dish Network. I was probably a freshman in high school, and I started listening or watching MTV, VH1, Fuse. Actually, Fuse was earlier. I have a different story about Fuse, but I remember the XM radio stations. They were like the 2000s channels. And
Or it would just have that the blue bar on it,
Mhm.
and it would like just pop different places or some shit. Or maybe
Yeah.
it stayed. It's the same. I don't remember.
I think it might have stayed at the top, at least for ours.
Sorry to interrupt, but I remember too. I would leave that on all night, and I had like this blanket that I would put in front of my TV just so I didn't have the light blasting on me, and I would just let fucking Alt Nation play all night. Well, I'd be stoned out of my mind. Oh, I was in high school, not
Yeah.
in fourth grade, but yeah, that experience.
Yeah, so I used to like listen to these radio stations all the time because it was way better than what was available on our regular radio station. But also, like, MTV at this point was just like a bunch of like reality dating shows. Like they had music videos in the morning, which I would watch when I was getting ready for
It
school.
was like Next or what's that one?
The one with parental control.
Parental Control, yeah. Or the one where they date their mom. You haven't seen that one? It's like Fuck My Mom or not Fuck My Mom.
But like, yeah, date my mom or something. Yeah. And then there was the Room Raiders.
I hated Room Raiders, dude. It's like, oh, we found a cum rag in your fucking trash bin. Looks like somebody's lonely.
But yeah, like that was like predominantly what was playing during the day on MTV. So it wasn't really an option if you're trying to like listen to music. They mainly had music videos in the beginning of the day when I was getting ready for school, or like late at night. They would have like the metal countdown when it was.
Oh yeah, the Headbangers Ball.
Yeah, I would never watch that. I was not like super into it
I showed a bunch of like 80s fucking metal bands and shit.
I never watched it. I was like, the not being able to understand the lyrics was a
like
big.
early 90s, like Candlemass. Yeah, fucking not that great.
Yeah, not being able to understand what they were saying was a big deterrent for me listening to a bunch of music back in the day. Still takes me a while. I wouldn't say that I'm the most open to listening to music that I can't understand. Unless I can vibe to it. Like, the vibe has to be there.
It's like when I was in, I was a freshman in 2009. I was like prime time for like screamo music, and yeah, it was fun just screaming about how women are whores, and everyone's a stupid bitch but me, That was the vibe back then. It's not now, but back then it was the vibe.
Different days.
Yeah.
Anyways, so on one of these channels was the top 40 hits. And it was like a mix of music back then. Because like this is like when these bands were on the radio. Like you could be listening to your local radio station and you could hear some of these band songs while you're driving around. Or being driven around. Um, and I remember one day I was like, the TV was off. I go into the TV room. It was a separate room in the house. It wasn't my sister's room at the time. So I go in there and I'm like, you know what? If when I turn it on and the song that's playing or plays after commercials or whatever, like that song that I hear first when I turn it on. If it's a Fall Out Boy song, I'm a fan for life. I left it up to the universe. And I turned it on and I believe like it was like the commercial break was just ending. And it was friggin' Sugar We're Going Down started playing. And I'm like, that's it. That's it.
Oh.
Oh. I was like, what? Gotta represent, I guess. But yeah, I mean, ever since I've been a Fall Out Boy fan, I've gone to see them multiple times. I've gotten this one to listen to them more. He doesn't say ew now.
I wasn't a fan. I never like thought they were bad. I mean, I've heard them. I've heard a lot of their music. Just like the whole early 2000s was a bunch of stuff that you found your band and you kind of stuck with them. And then, I mean, you ended up getting a whole mix of everything. But for me, Fall Out Boy just, I don't know, they kind of fell by the wayside when I started listening to that heavier music. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
Like I started off with the Used, you know? And I would say the Used is heavier than Fall Out Boy. You know, Fall Out Boy's pretty.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I always considered Fall Out Boy to be like a pop punk band.
Yeah, oh, they're very pop. They're very pop. But they're great. They're fantastic. Their live performance is insane. You saw them at When We Were Young last year. Seen them before that too. But yeah, their live performance is awesome. Awesome. Even though they play for what seems like 5 hours.
Mm-hmm. It went by quick for me.
That's how you found your favorite band?
Yeah, that's how I found my favorite band.
Huh?
I mean, at this time, I was already listening to My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco, Paramore. Like the Black Parade had already been out for a bit.
A couple of years, maybe like 2 years.
I want to say that I was biased already towards Fall Out Boy, because they were kind of like my second favorite band. So like, I basically dropped Green Day and went to Fall Out Boy.
Oh, okay.
And From Under the Cork Tree was the first album that I listened to Fall Out Boy. It was the most recent one that had just come out. But after listening to that, I know that fucking album like front to back.
Yeah.
And I went back and I purchased their first album that, you know, they self-produced or whatever. It sounds like they made it in a garage.
They did make it in the garage.
Yeah, that you can hear it.
You hear the car pulling in.
Sounds bad. But like I had already liked them from Under the Cork Tree, where I was like, you know what, like let me go back, let me see what got them to this point. And I loved it. I loved Evening Out with Your Girlfriend, which is that first one. And then I love Take This to Your Grave. Honestly, I think that's probably my favorite album.
Yeah.
It has my favorite song on there all the time. But I wouldn't say like their new album, So Much for Stardust, amazing. So good.
It's pretty fun. Okay, hold on. Stop it right there. I gotta go check my coffee. It's been a while. It's been a while.
All right. So how did you find your former favorite band?
Slipknot. So the year was 1999. I remember going
Taking it
with
back,
my dad.
taking it way back.
Going with my dad to D&H Records. Do you remember D&H?
I never went there, but I remember like seeing the sign for it.
Old school. On 4th Avenue next to Pets Plus, I think. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I remember going in there with my dad on release day. I guess he had seen them at Ozfest before their album came out, their first self-titled album. And he thought, oh, I gotta fucking get this guy's album. And I was 5, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe 5, 4, or 5. I don't know. I remember going with them, and I remember seeing the album cover. I don't remember hearing the music, but I remember seeing the album cover, and I thought they're all in jumpsuits and masks, and I was like, this band is terrifying, you know? I was like, scary. I don't, a child.
Yeah.
I was, I don't know. And then it wasn't until I was probably in like, I'd say 4th, 5th grade that I heard Disaster off of Iowa. And I'm like, oh, I like that. You sound fucking great. And I was, doing my research on who it was and everything, and I saw their self-titled album. I'm like, oh shit, that's the band. Oh, that's who my dad, they bought their album many years ago. And yeah, I think from then on, they were my favorite band. I've seen Slipknot. I've seen Slipknot, I think, 10 times? No?
I would say 10 times.
10?
I mean, I've seen him at least 4 times
Yeah.
since we've been together.
Yeah, I make you go.
Oh, the first time, the second time I got the tickets for your birthday. Because it was always like around your birthday that they were in Phoenix.
Yeah. October, when it's not as fucking boiling.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were my favorite band for a long time, like all through my school years. I have a Slipknot tattoo. That was my first ever tattoo on my leg, the S. Yeah, that was just, everything was Slipknot. Everything was Slipknot. And then I had to change it up. I found a new favorite band.
And more recently, like super recent, I would say.
Well, I knew about them. I listened to their music. I followed them. But it wasn't until their latest album that I was like, this is my favorite band of all time. And then going to their shows, it's Knocked Loose. Huge Knocked Loose fan. From their older stuff. Like I listened to them back in like 2015, 2016, stayed with them. But it wasn't until last year's? Yeah. You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to. That album is just fucking insane. It's insane. Their live shows are brutal. They're not like the heaviest band. They're not super heavy. They're not hardcore anymore. I wouldn't even consider them to be hardcore now. But still, right now, they are my favorite band. And they surpass years and years and years of Slipknot fandom. And I don't know. Like, they even went on tour together for Knotfest back, what, 2-3 years ago? Like 2
I would
years
say
ago?
2 years ago. We took Kim and Jose with us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. But yeah, and it was just like a bukkake of fucking awesomeness. Although this is insane. But yeah, so Slipknot was my favorite band. They still hold they're my second favorite band. It goes Knocked Loose, Slipknot, Nirvana, Sublime, I would say. Which Slipknot, Nirvana, Sublime, basic bitch ass fucking bands, but basic for a reason because it's fucking good. But yeah, that's how I found Slipknot, essentially.
That's us. Again, Manny, Rose. It was left on repeat. Just wanted to get on here and again our trial run, essentially our first official. Is this getting posted?
I feel like this probably will get posted, but we'll see.
I
We'll
hate
see how it
seeing
feels
myself.
about it.
But yeah, it's left on repeat. I had fun talking about myself as I usually do, and my beautiful wife, the Rose over here. Anything before we sign off?
Make sure to follow us on Instagram. We are the Broken Hearts Company. We're on TikTok. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, I think.
Twitter.
I don't know. I might.
X now, baby.
Oh.
Get it right.
Nobody's calling it that. Yeah. It's all the same handle,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Broken Hearts Company. But yeah,
All right.
peace.
Peace.
The fuck out.